Hello.
If it's me, I will make my friends know I'm not well.
He said at some point, like, you know the way you dodge your mom.
Every year I see you, I will whoop your ass.
Who's your minister for person?
We're not dead.
It's Buhari.
We're not dead.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the 7th episode of the There, Here, and Everywhere podcast. Right, this is the 7th episode.
7th episode.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
We're so excited to be doing a video on this one. The first episode was had a video component, which was posted on YouTube. The other ones have just been audio. So this is our second video, and this is how we plan to roll from now on. So yes, welcome to this episode.
As you can tell, we're really excited.
Yes, for some reason I have nerves.
We're really excited. It's been a long time since we've sat in front of the camera. Remember our first episode?
Yeah.
We did all this rehearsal. The night before, the morning of, nerves wanted to kill me. But, you know, now I've eased into it. I don't know why my co-host is still nervous. Why are you nervous?
It happens, Iwari. You get nervous once in a while. All right, guys, enough of our nerves. Today we'll be talking about the Real Housewives of Lagos. We're giving a run-through.
Yes, we're giving a run-through. But before we get into the run-through, let's look at our activities of the week. It's been a hectic week.
Very hectic.
So we started the last weekend, with the PDP primaries, okay? I have never been more tensed in my life. I felt like I was at the stadium with them or
you actually
wherever.
watched the entire thing from beginning to end?
God will not agree because I tried to follow up on Twitter. I followed up via news stations and I was praying, you know, in as much as I felt like our man, you know, the governor, he's our man because he's the governor of my state, right? In as much as I felt like he won't win, I didn't want him to be disgraced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so after all the bragging he's done, he now comes up with 87 votes or 20 votes. That would be humiliating. So I was just praying that his votes are substantial. And when I saw the result, I was pleased. I was proud.
Actually, I started watching when they were counting Atiku's votes. I think after his, then they counted, I think Wike's was before Atiku. Atiku was like the last one. And when I heard Atiku's number and heard Wike's number, I was like, okay, yeah, he really tried.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't even see Wike's candidacy coming from the beginning, actually. I was quite surprised when he put his foot forward because I'm like, Wike, you know, presidency tickets and all of that. But I mean, Wike did the work. I'm going to give it to Wike. Even if he didn't, you know, win at the end of the day, he did the work. He got about 237 votes.
237 big votes.
Yeah.
And
so
I feel like if it wasn't for the merger between Tambuwal and...
Oh, yeah, that announcement.
It would have been really close because Wike gave everybody a run for their money. And it just made me so proud because sometimes we just look at ourselves as Southerners, as the underdogs. And we're not really... I don't feel we're the underdogs anymore, you know? Because Wike showed us that anything is possible.
Really?
You know, if you put in the work, you can do it. He was a little braggadocious about it.
Oh, yes, he was.
Give me the
but that is normal.
But still, you know, there was the element to him that there was the element to him that when he came into the room and he's talking, you actually believe him. You know, he doesn't just...
But you know, it would have really been fun if Wike won this thing.
Yeah!
You know his sing and response kind of thing.
Listen!
He would have come like, give me this power.
I wanted to see a Wike, like, imagine if he was president. I wanted to see a Wike in the White House.
We don't have a White House.
No, like being invited by the American president.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see that whole, you know, how
they tried to... There now, like, Wike, not that
I wanted to see that whole thing play out. Like, you know, they do where the American president stands and then the president he's inviting and we will help your nation. We're not beggars, sir. With all due respect. I'm just not even sure know,
with all due respect will be added to Wike's.
Do you understand? I wanted to see him play international politics with his
He may still get that chance. I mean, Wike is still young.
I hope so.
Yeah, in Nigeria, politicians politic till like 100. So yeah, Wike still has a chance to do that.
Then we moved on from the primaries and it was the whole Amber Heard.
Yeah,
and
Johnny Depp situation.
oh my God.
That has
was
been a long
draining.
trial, yes. At
That
some point, I
was
actually plugged
draining.
out of it.
It was
For like
draining
2
because
weeks.
why? Why would you want to be in an abusive relationship where no form of domestic violence is acceptable?
No.
That's number one. No form of domestic violence is acceptable. And if you find yourself in that situation, leave. Like if they raise your in rules of engagement, we talked about it,
Yeah,
and
we
we
did.
said if you and your partner sit down and then you have that conversation, right? And one of your rule of engagement is you don't raise your voice at me. No matter what you need to say, you say it in a tone where I receive it, because if it gets higher, I would be defensive. So if that's my
get
thing,
into
once you
shouts
raise
and
your voice,
arguments.
I would go. Why would I want to be in a relationship where my wife or my girlfriend or my boyfriend or my husband cuts off my finger? Who does that?
So you see the thing
What
is
is going
right?
on?
The thing is, a lot of times people are not blank canvases. You know, so they've been affected by life. Say someone that grew up in a home where she saw her dad hit her mom. Well, her dad may be her expression of love. You know, I'm saying all of this to say that it's not that easy for people to say, you know, for people to walk away. Because we even know some common, examples that we see and we're like, why is this person still here?
Yeah.
Why has this girl not left? Because a lot of times the burden is on the women. Men get abused. I personally know someone who was
abused.
slapped by his girlfriend, like from place to place. And then you ask, why is this person not leaving? You know, people define love in different ways. I just wish everyone could really understand. I think when people come into their own, when people know who they are, you know, understand themselves, which is why I really don't advocate for early relationships. That may be an error on
Define
your
early.
name. That's the thing. I think people should wait to discover themselves, come into a place of self-awareness before they start committing to long-term relationships. That happens differently for everyone. For some people, maybe they're mid-20s, you know, they're done with school, and school is not even a defining factor. But I mean, you've come to know really what is right from wrong. You've seen experiences outside of your immediate experience to know that, okay, this is what should be. Because I mean, your family may not be the perfect example, but you've seen beyond your family. You've seen what should be. You've done your research, you've read, you know, because at times people do not really give a lot of credence to reading. People say, what am I reading in the book? But I mean, books are documentation of people's experiences. So you don't necessarily need to see people, you can also read experiences in their books.
But now we live in the social media age where you can watch a YouTube series, you know, find something, enlighten yourself, know what works for you. Why are you in why are you in an abusive relationship? Why are you in a relationship where you feel small? Because you're not. You know, you get to experience. I'm all for finding love. Fine, you found love at 21. As long as that works for you, kudos. Okay. But do you know who you are?
Exactly.
Right? Do you have a mind of your own? Yes, you talk. But do you have a mind of your own? Do you know what works for you? Do you have a voice of your own? Because I feel like before you're in a relationship, you should find your voice.
Yes.
And then apply it in your relationship. Your partner should
hear you. It's even going to help you find your partner.
Yeah.
Because if you know who you are, then you know who works for you.
Exactly.
But if you're still, you know, trying to play around,
you won't entertain the rubbish.
Exactly. You shouldn't
entertain that whole case. And the fact that he won, it was so fulfilling. Like, so many things came out at the course of the trial. Okay. It was horrible. I felt bad. I was like, if I were Albert, excuse me, sir, can we just settle out of court? Because what the hell? And finding out that he won and was awarded $15 million.
Now that's a lot of money. Does Amber have it? I haven't checked.
Johnny, call me.
Seriously, that's a lot of money. But I think she was also awarded about $1 million for, I'm trying to remember why now, but she was awarded $1 million for something.
So she should remove the million from the 15.
Of course, no, to be netted out. Yeah, to be netted out. But that's still a lot of money. $15 million
still
is
a lot of money.
But I think one of my takeouts from this case is that, you know, men can now come out, hopefully, you know, to express to share their experiences of domestic violence or being abused in relationships. A friend of mine met me. I was like, Chioma, I've not really, you know, talked about this thing openly, but I was being abused by my girlfriend. And I knew her, you know. Like, this girl bitch slaps me from place to place. We'll be in the house and maybe something goes wrong.
Wait, what?
Yes. We'll be in the house, something goes wrong, or maybe I forget to replace something. She's not talking to me.
No.
He said at some point, like, you know the way you dodge your mom. When your mom is coming, like, I say, you know something wrong, you run. Like, as she's coming, he's running, he has taken off. Because he knows instinctively that something is going to fly.
Wait, what?
Yes, and he stayed in the relationship.
I have
it
a
was
policy. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your words. You see those hurtful words? Keep it to yourself. That's my policy in every relationship. In every relationship I've entered. Keep it to yourself, because once you remove those gloves, especially the one in your hands, you know, somebody has slapped me before. And that was the end. It ended at that moment. I just said, thank you. I packed my things. He even slapped me in my father's house in Opobo.
The audacity.
It's the nerve for me. So I just said, thank you. Thank you for shopping with us. This shop has closed. I just went upstairs. I told the boys downstairs that please see him out. When he's done drinking, take the glass in, take the drink in. I'm going upstairs. I'm tired. And that was it. I didn't pick his call anymore. I didn't, because that's it for me. Listen, my parents beat me enough for 3 lifetimes. Once you put that hand on me, I'm done. Like, even if you raise your voice to a certain tempo, I am done. Exactly. I've checked out. So why would...
See, this conversation on domestic violence,
honestly,
I'm not sure it's
a lot.
It won't end anytime soon.
It's a lot.
I think what's going to help us down here is having laws, and laws that are implemented to protect victims on both sides.
So I think people should just know yourself and have the conversation initially. Know what you want. If you are not the beating, you don't want your spouse to. If beating is your love language,
BDSM is your thing, you know.
Please, by all means, indulge. You know, enjoy yourself. Hell, I will even buy koboko for you.
Well, I can beat it.
But if you are normal like the rest of us, and have that conversation. What are your rules of engagement? What do you expect? Exactly. How are you when you are upset? When I'm upset, this is what works for me. This is what doesn't work. I like to work out. I like to walk out of the conversation, because if it gets to a certain tempo, I may say something I don't mean. And
exactly.
It might be offensive.
Can't take our words back.
So have that conversation with your partner. It's very important, right? You shouldn't ever get to the point where you pick up something and you, like, even of the part where she was taunting him, you, Johnny Depp, you will tell people that you, a man, we were beaten by a woman, nobody will believe you. Which is the thing, because we hardly believe men when they come out and say that they've been abused domestically. And we will have sons, we have nephews, we have cousins, we have brothers, you know, we have friends we love. We don't want to see them in that situation. So why do we always tend to not believe them?
Well, I think and that's my joy in this case. I think it's now opened up the conversation even more. You know, so now we can talk about men being abused and them seeking help.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay in the relationship.
So if you are being abused, please leave the relationship, go somewhere separate from the situation, find yourself.
Exactly.
Have a plan.
You'll find love again. There
find
are 7
people
billion
to help you out. If you know if it's a marriage kind of thing, get help. You shouldn't be in that situation and die.
Now that you mention it, there's also financial abuse and emotional abuse.
They are all forms of abuse.
Yes.
And if you watch our episode on red flags, if you listen to our episode on red flags, we did a good list of them.
Yeah.
So whatever situation you find yourself in, just get help. Get help. You are important to us.
All right. So what else was on Twitter this week? Monkeypox.
Oh my God. That thing is devastating. I don't know why it's giving me anxiety.
Why you have anxiety about everything? Be anxious for nothing.
Please. I don't. This is not where you should be throwing shots at me. I won't
offer anxiety as a service.
True. I have anxiety about a lot of. I think I'm low-key a control freak, and the things I can't control, I
make you anxious.
They make me very anxious. So my routine to anxiety, because there was a time it was very bad. I was losing sleep. That's how my insomnia wahala starts. Because even in my sleep, I see myself at work doing my to-do list. So I wake up and I'm like, okay, I have a lot to do.
You just continue from there.
Try to handle my day and whatnot. Yeah. So what works for me is I've started accepting that, oh my God, what the hell? If it's going to ashes, it's going to ashes. You know, I can't do it. I can't come and kill myself.
Exactly.
I've been saying that more often. I've been saying that more often at work. I've said it at home. Listen, I cannot die.
No, you can't.
This thing cannot kill me. So even my nephew said it. He's in medical school.
Yeah.
And He called me. He's like, Iwari, I cannot die. These people after my life. I'm like, what's going on? He said, I'm reading too much. I said, are you still reading like that?
He just started medical school. What's I'm reading too much? I thought he wanted to save the world.
Listen, he's gotten a new view. He said there are other options. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, really? And he's in year one, right?
And
he's just starting.
He's just starting, but he
hasn't even started.
He hasn't found a pattern that works for him.
Oh, his reading pattern.
Yeah, a reading pattern that works for him. So I kind of took him through a few that I used, and a few friends of mine did as well. So I'm like, find what works. If you find what works, you get a balance on it.
Yeah. Because this is just the beginning of reading. You know, I did human physiology.
I know
you will read
a lot of things, my love. You've done.
You will read.
You've done a lot. Choma reads. Choma is a sponge.
Used to read.
Choma is a sponge who gave birth to a
another sponge. The sponges.
Plural.
Sponges.
Listen, Choma.
Right, you see what I'm talking about? I haven't talked about what's it called, monkeypox.
Monkeypox is giving me
and
anxiety.
You said you saw
this is why it's giving me anxiety
because
I know how our health system works, and they let it spread before they try to get a control over it.
Well, I'll give them some credit. We did very good with Ebola. I expect the same response for this one.
Ebola.
No, Nigeria fought Ebola.
Yeah, but who? Under what administration were we?
You were.
Under what was it? This administration, because this administration is doing us dirty.
I know it was the previous.
In that note, please get your PVC. Let us vote.
Yeah. I think online registration of for the online continuous voter registration has closed. Yes, it ended on the 30th of May.
Yes. That was.
But you can do this. You can go to the offices
and do the registration.
So because guys, next year is a watershed year. That election, we need to take our power back.
Please.
So please, everyone get your PVCs. And if your PVC, your previous registration was not where you're currently staying, try and get a transfer so you can vote on that day. Lots of times, politicians say your votes don't count. They try to push that rhetoric, but it actually does.
Your vote
because
counts.
if it doesn't, then why are they canvassing for votes? We might as well just all sit at home and on that day they do what they need to do. So let's get our votes, let's get our PVCs. Even if you cannot influence the national elections, there's the local government elections, there's state elections, there's House of Assembly, there's House of Senate, there's House
so many
of Reps.
steps before you get to the governorship.
Exactly, and then the presidency. So let's see how we can influence all of these people and then try and push. I think that's another thing, right? We need to do voter. We need to educate, our people on pushing for policies. Abroad you see people that are lobbying for one thing or the other. But here,
lobbying, people have companies that just lobby.
They just lobby for new legislation.
Yeah.
But I don't think we really put our heads in that space. If not, we should be pushing for so many laws to get changed at the state assembly level, because that's where we start.
Yeah.
Get that done. Push for a House of Reps. I think that's another thing. Guys, once we're done with this election, we should start demanding we should start demanding from our lawmakers what they should be doing. We should be able to go to Abuja, wherever it is they are.
Because
they should be able to come back.
Much.
Their sitting allowance is a lot. And some of them are just sat there just
over
talking.
10 million.
Some people are just there to say, what they say? Let the
eyes.
Yeah, the eyes and then the nays. No, that's not why they are there. They are earning salary.
Please.
They should enact laws, push for bills that will better our circumstances. Because a lot of times the focus is on the president.
Yeah.
The president. But the president can't even put laws in place. It starts from our House of Assemblies, it starts from our House of Reps, House of Senate. They're the ones that push the bills, and then the president signs it into law.
Yeah.
So these people need to start pulling their weight. We
need to do something different, because 8 years is a long time. It's a really long time.
Right, in 8 years, somebody will be in their 40s. So, oh my God.
Not me though.
Well. Somebody will be in their 40s.
Somebody will be in their 40s. And she will she will be the moving bullet.
Oh, Iwari. Okay.
She will be the moving bullet. Okay. We've talked about this. We'll just hire more bodies to guard her.
I know the 40s will be glorious.
Just in case it happens.
The 40s will be glorious.
And people need to be punched. You won't be there when they're going to be punched. Yeah, because you go and tell them.
Why do you always default to punch anywhere?
Yeah, it's my go-to analogy.
We just talked about violence.
I'm not a violent person. I won't touch you because I don't want you to touch me. But it's just like I like action movies. I'm all about seeing guns in my movies. If you give me too much romance, I'm just
Speaking of,
interested.
we should have a gun range in Port Harcourt. Someone should set that up.
A gun what?
Range to practice how to use guns.
Absolutely not. Our people are crazy.
I'm not sure the people you're talking about need a gun range. Right?
No.
They've already sorted themselves out.
Absolutely not, Chioma. I don't need more things to give me anxiety. Because imagine living near a gun range.
You won't be living there. And no, you.
How would you know when somebody is practicing and when they are robbing near you?
It's for recreation. No, I think the places are sound. I think they're
recreation. In this country, we're giving enough materials.
Actually,
to.
I like that we have gun control in Nigeria.
Please,
even if it's on paper.
Please, we don't need. You start letting guns come in free willy. People start shooting each other on the road because some guns got missing in the gun range and they didn't report it. Nigeria, we need a whole reform before that can happen. We need to make sure our laws are tighter.
No, it shouldn't even happen. No.
Our police is better.
I like the way it is now. Yes, I like the way it is.
Police response is better as well, so they don't come and arrest you.
Let's not even have it. Yeah. Don't bank on police reforms.
So today we're looking at the Real Housewives of Lagos.
Yes, finally,
Lagos. They've been giving me life. So I'm a Real Housewives person. I've followed from Atlanta to Potomac to Beverly Hills to New Jersey, Orange County. I've watched through the best thing that happened to me one time in my life was Real Housewives, because I go season to season, different ones, And Lagos is bringing it. It's bringing.
Initially, it was boring.
Yeah,
it was boring from the beginning. I was like, what are these guys doing? But right now, it's fire. It's on. Every episode 8 was something else. But my girls
it gave me
there was so much thrown.
I was here for violence. Listen, as I saw Karen, I'm like, get her, girl. Carol,
6-inch heels. Imagine if she had taken
how.
Them off,
No. My thing is how balanced she was.
Yes, on those heels.
Moving up. If it were me, I'd have fallen at least twice. I'm taking off my shoes. But she was so balanced, she maintained beauty in everything. But let's start from the beginning, okay? Let's talk about the characters.
Yeah, all the characters. Did you see the first poster, Iwari? I could hardly tell anyone apart from the other person.
So this BBL thing, right? This BBL thing, it's the new pandemic. According to my friends abroad, parallelogram, it's the new pandemic we have. And the whole fixing of face and nose, everybody and skin. Everybody in Lagos is looking the same. I don't know if it's their makeup as well.
Makeup as well, it's like the same makeup technique. Everything is just the same.
What's going on? There's
I think
no
they're beginning to get fillers. People are beginning to lift their faces. Why are young women in their early 30s already lifting their faces?
It has more to do with low self-esteem.
Why? So what are they going to do when they're in their 60s?
Low self-esteem.
Because I know, you have to walk a fine line when you're talking about body enhancement and all. But I mean, you're so young, you're firm.
I get liposuction, right? I get it, of course.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't want to do the gym surgery, thing, if you don't want to do the gym thing, get liposuction. I'm not for liposuction in Lagos, because first of all, I don't know your credits, what you have done, where you schooled. In America, I know if you go, you can check a doctor up where he schooled, what year, you check the hospital details, and we don't have that in Nigeria. I don't think
No. I think the medical council provides that. I don't know how readily.
Do we have access to that?
Yeah. No, that's another question.
So that's the thing for me. So if you want to do that, by all means, boo-boo, and you have the money, get it.
But someone died this week.
That's what I mean. So you see somebody who is well-shaped, pretty girl, and you're going to do liposuction for what? Do you not? I checked her Instagram pictures and they're fire. If I had that body,
no surgeon will be saying
this is not even the outfit I will wear, because what the hell,
crop tops from morning till night.
God gave it to me, so I'm gonna show it. But why would you go and do why you want to make your butt bigger? I mean, what is the use?
So now that tells you now that it's deeper than the skin.
So are you doing it for yourself? Are you making your butt bigger for yourself? Are you doing it because you want to attract a partner or several partners?
It's now a mental thing.
Even allowing
it's now a mental thing. And my fear. Once you start, where do you pull the brakes? So let's say you start from taking out some fat. Tomorrow you want a proper BBL. Next tomorrow you want maybe what's it called, breast fillers.
Yeah.
Next tomorrow you're doing your job, because I think it was Messier K also. She the one.
I don't know.
Yeah. That she has done her face, so she's looking like someone from Botched. You know the series on. Yeah,
is this recent?
Yeah, this year. You need to go and look at her pictures. You know, so like, where do you stop? Where do you stop?
It's a lot. And we're complaining now we don't have money in this country. Clearly, the money is somewhere. The money is somewhere, because this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
However, if you have the money, you want to spend it, you have spare life somewhere, and you don't mind your family losing you, do you, boo?
Iwari, you just went straight to death. Yeah. But actually, I mean, given the circumstances, this girl that just passed.
You remember the whole Dr. Anu situation?
Yeah, Dr. Anu, and people kept going. Like, how do you not do your research?
What are we doing? And tomorrow you want to come and do a social media cry. I will not pray for you. I will not join any protests. I will not retweet your tweets.
You will pray.
I will not.
The Lord has commanded us to love.
Let me just tell you, the devil has given us a lot of things to pray about in this country. So I will not add your self-inflicted case to my prayers. I will not do that. We cannot continue like that.
From me for that.
We cannot continue like that. So you have the characters of Real Housewives.
Oh,
you have
yes.
Tony.
Which is your, okay, no. List them off.
Miriam, Caroline, who's
Laura,
and
Iyabo,
Joe. I think that's my favorite person.
Why?
Yeah, because I feel she's very authentic. You know, she's not over speaking grammar. She's not overdoing anything, and she's just there for vibes, have a good time, girlfriend time, and that's what I feel, because she doesn't really, her outfits are her. You can tell there's no underlayer to it. I feel like the Iyabo Joe I got from what's this lady's name? Her daughter was molested. Princess.
Yeah.
Is the same Iyabo Joe I'm getting here, but a lot of the other ladies.
I think Iyabo Joe is at an age where there's nothing to hide or pretend in.
Yeah.
I mean,
so she's really cool.
Yeah. I think she's also one of my favorites. Yeah. I think she's my favorites as well. Yeah.
But the person I wasn't sure about was Miriam. Because the first episode she came out, I think it was episode 3 or 4. Yeah. She was all, she was all over the place.
Yeah, and she just kept saying bitch. I'm like,
first of all, bitch.
Yeah. Caroline even made a statement on that. She was like, why is she just going all bitch? Like, why is that the only word in your vocabulary?
No, but I get who Miriam is now. Well, the character she's portraying now, because I don't really know her. So I watched a few interviews with her and Danny, and then somewhere else, and I think that she's just a lively person, and coming into the show she really wanted to come in with like a burst of energy, to shake things up, because every other person
they're already there.
Every other person was like, girl, I just wanna. Every other person was all for me, and she was just like the burst of energy and whatnot, which was kind of nice.
And she didn't come in at the beginning, so that will explain things, because other people are already settled in their roles, and they're already A personalities. So I mean, she had to do something.
Would you call
No. With regards to the show.
Okay.
Regards to the show.
Specify, girl.
With regards to the show, but what do you think of Chioma?
Chioma, good hair. Chioma is, I think.
Sorry, Cuckoo.
I don't know what I think of her, because do I really get it? I think she's reserved.
Okay.
She's not giving us her full self on this show. I think there's more to
her than we're seeing. There's
more to Chioma than we're seeing. And my problem is they gave us a lot of characters that are almost the same. So you need somebody who can peel Chioma a little. To bring out.
Which is why I was wishing at the beginning that Kika would make an appearance.
Ooh.
Kika, her partner.
I went through Kika's Instagram and I read a few articles about her, and I'm like, Kika should be fire.
Yes, Kika should come on that show. Yeah, and because she's already Kika's friend, so Kika may be able to make her show a side of her that we get to see. But the fashion, you worry, Chioma is bringing it.
No, she's
by the time everybody is done. fascinators will be off the market. Like, you won't see anyone in Lagos. Because every outfit there's a fascinator.
Yes.
No. She's actually bringing it.
She's doing a good job. I feel like she's really doing. She sat down with her team and she said, "What am I going to be remembered for?"
Oh, fashion.
Because she's not the drama. So she's giving us memorable.
Okay, you mean the drama line?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's giving us memorable pieces.
Yeah,
each episode. You know, when we see Chioma, we know.
And she's always trying to make an entrance.
I as someone who is always late, what's wrong with making an entrance?
No, there's actually nothing. No,
there's nothing wrong with making.
But that is who Chioma is. You cannot.
So if she comes late the first time, she comes late the second time. Why are you still acting?
No, Iwari, don't hold brief for her.
Surprised
on episode 7? She was about 5 hours late. Iwari, there's fashionably late and there's disrespectfully late. This one is that was disrespectfully late. I mean, you had people waiting for you. It was a dinner in a house. Yes, not in a restaurant, in someone's home, and then they invite you. So I mean, a dinner isn't supposed to last up to 5 hours. I'm sure by the time Chioma came, they were supposed to have been wrapping up.
So they should have wrapped up. Why were they waiting for her?
Well, they were trying to be considerate.
No, I know they consider ritual.
So that's the thing.
I know they consider
that's the thing. But I think 5 hours was a lot.
5 hours was a lot. But here's my thing. Why are we making it an issue if she was late the first time, late the second time? By now, Chioma is late too. I beg. Let's
start eating.
Anyway,
I think
that
goes
on.
That was their resolution.
A few critical moments.
Exactly.
She will realign. And the next episode, she was early.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, not the next episode. Episode 9.
Episode 9.
She was early to their paint and sip.
She was the first person.
Nice.
She kept saying that.
It's kind of nice, but I feel like there's so much Chioma we need to see.
Maybe season 2.
Yeah. So if you're bringing Chioma, bring someone who Chioma can be comfortable enough to let go of all this packaging.
Yes, exactly.
Now let's go to my main babe, Caroline.
Caroline.
I knew her from when she was Caroline Ekanem.
Yeah.
Ooh. Girl, we knew she was feisty.
Yeah, she's always been feisty.
She's always been feisty. This Caroline we're seeing is the Caroline after a billionaire came into her life. The Caroline that's a mom.
Yes, exactly.
That has a reputation. So she's
just trying to hold it all.
Yeah, she's holding it all together, but she's one switch away from whooping your ass. Whooping your ass.
And I think she should have actually done some. At some point the production crew had to come in.
Yeah.
On season 7.
And I feel like it was
edited.
7. It was edited a lot. So I feel so. I feel so because there's so much that should have happened.
Yes. It was just a lot of shouting and holding people back. Like they should have shown at least one punch. That's what.
You know what I liked? I liked the fact that Laura was like, don't mention my husband. Hey, your husband times 1,000,000.
Yes, she just kept saying it.
My level of petty.
It sounded like when primary school children were actually having an argument.
I remember quarreling with my cousins that time. I was like, don't mention our dog. I'm like, your dog times 8. Then she would tell me your dog times, because we both had dogs. Okay. Your dog times 12. I'm like, times 12 times 20. So it was fun. Yeah. It was, why is it that this is fun for me? I don't know.
You like trouble, that's why it's fun for you. But I mean, let's talk about the Twitter war she had with, what's her name, Toyin.
It was unnecessary.
Man. Why were they washing their linen like that?
And the internet. Leave the Twitter war. Before we get to the Twitter war from Toyin said it. Say, don't mess with Caro. Toyin, you put out this warning.
Exactly.
Toyin.
And then you went and
Mommy
messed with
Toyin. I have to call you Mommy here because Mommy Toyin, you put out this warning. And then you now go and mess with Caro. But at the end of the day, the two of you humiliated yourself.
Exactly. That was really unnecessary. Both of you have children that will grow up to read these things on the internet, because the internet never forgets. I know the thing. There was a time they were both trending when Linda Ikeji blog was still Linda Ikeji's blog. Linda Ikeji's, she was actually up Caroline's ass. Like there was no week we didn't see something. Oh, Caroline fought with her husband's side chick. Oh, Caroline fought with this. Oh, Caroline did this.
Laura
Caroline did that. Like that was the time. No, hold on. those things have already been archived. Like, there's some people who do not know or who did not know
If you did not grow
about
up
Caroline's stuff.
in the Linda Ikeji era,
Exactly. You see Caroline as an angel. You see Tony as an angel. But I mean, this just unearthed a lot of things are already buried.
Yeah.
That was
so my thing is, Laura, my darling, Laura, you cannot put your sister on this pedestal and say, if you talk about my sister, I will fight. Sister.
No.
Your sister makes a living talking about other people.
Exactly.
Right? So you should let your sister know, say, hey, people will dog you out when I'm there, and I can't defend you because this is how you have made your money.
Yes. No, Laura should have actually expected this on the show.
By being messy.
Yes.
And she didn't fact check, right?
No.
She didn't. There were a lot of times where she posted stories and people came out to debunk the story.
And she didn't take down the
proof. And she didn't take the post down.
Yes. So Linda was like fastest finger first. She wanted to be the first person to post anything.
There was no fact checking. And she's so lucky it's not in this era where we're suing a lot of people. Because all this money you made, that your house, you for sell.
I did tell you.
You for
so and I mean something else.
You'd have asked
who knew Laura Ikeji before Linda Ikeji? Laura was the dancing sister of Linda. She came
on social media.
She rode on Linda's back.
Yup. She rode on Linda's Bentley.
Her back first before the Bentley came. Because I mean, and then if you know that that's how you came in, then why are you surprised that people are taking digs at your sister? Especially people like Caroline Ekanem. Like I said, Linda was up Caroline's ass. She was up Tony's ass. Like, Linda was in everybody's business.
Understand?
So you come in and saying, oh, don't take a jab at my sister. Linda is no longer just your sister. Linda is a blogger.
Yeah.
At some point, Nigeria's number one blogger.
Gist lover, she can get it.
She can get, yes.
She can get it.
So all of that, don't talk about my sister.
Linda would just made an appearance on the show.
Ooh. No, she can't.
Ooh.
No.
It would have been so
Caroline
nice.
would throw hands.
I want to.
So
we need that
hands.
moment. You know, there's this moment on Real Housewives of New Jersey where Teresa flipped a table.
Oh,
with drinks and food and everything.
I think I saw that one of her adverts.
She flipped a freaking. We need that moment. The problem is
that may happen if Linda comes.
The problem is it won't end in Nigeria. Everywhere I see you, I will whoop your ass. I will whoop your ass in the supermarket. I will whoop your ass even in the police
Why you get tired?
I will. No. See, I'm like my dad. Yeah, I'm going to beat you for 2 weeks. Beat you for 2 till you beg me to stop. They have to add.
No. There's a reason.
You
Linda
put bail money in your pocket, right?
You will put bail money in your pocket.
You put bail money in your pocket and you whoop the person's ass. So as the police come, you say, "My brother, you see, na me do am. Na me do am. Snap a picture.
Exactly.
When you snap and finish, you send them to me. I need proof. Na me do am. If you open your mouth, I do it again."
So, I know, but actually, Linda can get it. I mean, Linda has gone under. Do people still visit Linda's blog?
I haven't been there in years, actually.
Yeah, so I can't really
I used to follow her, or I do follow her. I don't know on Instagram because I follow quite a number of people. But she has gone. I think she died down a little when she got pregnant. When she fell pregnant, you know. When there was that whole thing.
Fell pregnant,
but her son is really cute.
Yeah.
But she died down a little when she fell pregnant, and after advising people to be celibate.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
No. People came for her. They came for her.
Instagram was live. That fell pregnant. It was everything. It was everything and more. So I just feel like Laura, my love. That whole thing you put on, maybe right. Production told Laura they gave her strict instructions to bring drama.
Well, so it's even good. I don't even think they need to tell her that. She needs it for her brand.
You know, technically.
Yes. Well, yeah, I get you. Production would have told that because,
Maybe
if there's no drama, then there'll be no need for us watching.
Because, I don't know, Laura, that was very unnecessary. That whole thing she did on the group chat, dogging out Chioma and Caroline.
Something she should have said in person.
Was unnecessary. Like, I was cringing in
she
shame.
just reminded me of something.
What do you think? In shame for you because your children will see this and they'll be like, "What the hell is mommy doing?
Why is mommy doing this?" And then Laura is.
If they are proper.
Laura is. You know the sort of friends that you take out and you always have to keep checking on them.
Why?
Like, girl, we're here together. You're an adult. You probably even know people at this party. Because Laura is always giving up those vibes. Is that she's acting sick, or she's acting bored, or she's acting something or the other.
The
She's always
key
needing
word here
babysitting.
is acting. So you just let her be. I will ignore you. If it's me, I will ignore.
Yeah.
My friends know I'm not well. I will ignore you till we're ready to go. If I tell you let's go, you don't get up. I leave you there, go home. I text you, I've gone. Oh.
Because it's quite exhausting. Because
who has
we
that
don't
kind of
such
time?
people in real life. You know, you go somewhere and they're like,
And then you come on a show, young, my husband. What the hell?
that's her own angle. We just saw episode 9, right? Where she left after her husband was waiting downstairs. She has to go and take her off. Okay, so you get dressed, you wear your...
You come out and you stay
do
for
your
10
full
minutes.
makeup.
Did you pay for that? My question is, did you pay for the makeup? Did you pay for the glam session?
Seriously.
Did you... Or are you,
And then you say, I have
did
to
you
go and
just
take care
pick
of my
out
husband
something
and
you
children.
had?
So other people don't have husband and children.
Did you just pick out something you had in your wardrobe
She actually
and
said
you wore?
that. She actually said that.
She picked out something
But
old.
I mean, because
I will not go and buy a dress for an
even
event
if you
and
just picked
stay
it out,
10
even if you
minutes.
just picked it out, you're coming for an event, right?
Yeah.
Staying for just 10 minutes.
And I feel like that
And
whole
don't forget she had her own event, her fashion show, where they
And
had to
kept
wait
people
before it
waiting for
started,
hours.
and then they stayed from beginning to the end. And now you're attending the Yabo just event, and you're staying for just 10 minutes.
Look, it was very rude, but then again, she sat down near Carol, and Carol's outfit was free to put. Carol would have bitch slapped you if you said trash.
No. Carol was very, very careful. Like, I want to avoid this woman. I'm not here for this drama.
I live for violence.
Why are you peaceful?
I'm a
Blessed are the
peaceful person.
peacemakers.
I'm a peaceful person, but I like my reality TV with a touch of violence here.
And some spice.
And some spice. You have to argue. But if you're arguing, please, can we not do... So we found out that allegedly Laura was pimped for governors and was driven
Laura
there
has said she wasn't pimped.
by her husband, which is a different level of shade because, my God.
Iwari, she said she was going to sell her book.
Let me tell you this story.
Please,
you push your judge. You go and you go to a man's hotel room so that he will give you money. Did you buy Laura's book? Did you even know she had a book? What is Laura writing it? Can we be honest? How to make money via influencing? What the hell are you writing
to
about?
be fair, she has over 2 million followers, I think.
So
she can write on influencer.
2 million active followers.
Well, that's what Instagram says. I can get to know who's active and who is not.
But what the hell? So Laura, you write a book and then you go and beg somebody for money in a hotel room, and your husband does not follow you up. Why?
Maybe he didn't want to insert himself into the situation. I'm playing devil's advocate here. Maybe he didn't want to insert.
It doesn't
himself.
make sense.
I mean,
no
it's
man,
Laura's book.
No man will drive you to a hotel room to see another man to ask
there were other people
for
in the
money.
room, Iwari.
I don't give a damn. Will my brother drive you to a hotel?
You didn't have to personalize
to
it.
see a man.
You did not
to
have to
give us
personalize
money
it.
to sponsor the podcast. Will he? Or
I
will
will
he give you
not be
this
answering
look?
that question. But to be fair, Iwari, she said it was a governor. So maybe she wanted him to
Governor of where?
Wait now,
What
wait,
happened
wait,
to
wait,
Government House?
Wait now.
Why didn't you go to Government House?
No, it's not easy to gain access into Government House. It's not easy. Yeah, so this guy was here and other what's it
If
called?
your visit is that legitimate,
Other industry players were there.
it had to be a hotel room,
Well, that's where these people hold their meetings.
and the man took you into the private room.
Did you say he took her into the private room?
You need to go and rewatch.
Ah, okay.
So Carol, see, this is what Carol did for me.
Wait. And I'm here playing council to
This is what Carol did for me, right? Carol opened tea and poured it like this in my front. I was just like, what? Because you see, sometimes we put ourselves under unnecessary pressure. So you see all these girls who come online, want to do BBL and look like, oh my God, this person is my this, the other person is my that. Why? You really don't know what they do behind doors, right? You're comparing yourself and your life to who? The only person that you should compare yourself to is you. Your only competition should be yourself. Because it can't even be the next. It can't even be your friend.
No.
Because your friend doesn't spend all that time with you. And you guys don't. So you don't know what deals she makes, right? Behind closed doors or via phone calls or something. You don't know. No matter how much you know somebody, you don't know the person. So why are you competing? Why are you setting this impossible standard?
For yourself.
for yourself. Oh, you are that chick. You are that. You are talking about that chick, Toyin. Oh my God, we're going to get to that.
So it's fashion.
Toyin's fashion. Toyin's fashion. Toyin's fashion is life. Toyin's fashion
See, I think
is life.
Toyi thinks every dress or every piece is
It's
an
art.
art. Exactly. It's an art project.
Yes.
What do you think of what she wore for the to the AMVCAs? You know, the cow head.
It's art, right? It's a
Okay.
little too much art for me. You know, but this girl's dress that had all these faces.
All the skulls.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understood that. That was clear because Game of Thrones, the faceless god.
Oh, that was it.
No, that wasn't it. Though. That was what made me like understand.
Are you sure she knows about the faceless god? This person that wore the dress. Because
I can't speak for anybody, but that was what made me understand.
because I know people came at her and she did not
outfit.
mention anything about following a theme.
Yeah, she didn't
And was
follow
Game
a
of wait,
thing,
wait,
but
wait.
I'm
Was
saying,
Game of Thrones the
I'm
theme
saying
of
what made
the
me
event?
what made me understand her outfit. So I felt like she was doing the god that had many faces.
I wish you could have tied that to a political cause. You know, maybe end SARS, or maybe the
I beg.
or maybe the Niger Delta Wahala. I mean,
Niger Delta, I beg.
it's an old problem.
Me nobody call Niger Delta. Come do, I beg.
Wait, what's been happening to our Niger Delta people? Because it's like we've all moved on from, you know, the militancy
I think
thing.
that's a topic for
We're
another,
now, you know,
another episode.
Oil is now,
Oil is going.
yes.
So
yes.
my message to my Niger Delta brothers and sisters, oil is going. We need to find something else. And we need unison here. We need unity.
You think oil is going? And Dangote is building a new refinery.
Dangote cannot complete his refinery.
Actually, yeah, I heard that report earlier this week. But I think he's going to find funding anyway. He will.
He may
He
find
will.
funding.
But I don't think oil is going that early. I know
going.
there's the adoption of clean energy. When are we going to adopt clean energy in Nigeria? When do you think? We haven't even fixed our power problems. And there are lots of countries like us. So it may not go that quickly.
Yeah.
It will go. It will go because I
Oil
mean,
is
there's a lot of
going.
investments going into clean energy. You know,
I wish we could like
but
increase production and
in Nigeria. There's oil theft. Why they're stealing the oil? So that's
Now
why we can't
our
even sell.
politicians
You know when oil prices went above
NNPC
$100.
does not keep track of anything. Can we be honest? I was
Yeah.
waiting when they did the audit for NDDC. So there are other institutions. NNPC. I want to see an audit.
NNPC did not remit money to the federal government in the first
Okay.
3 months of this year.
I want to see an audit done for NNPC.
That will
Take
be
it
the
back
day.
20 years.
That will be the day. Who's going to come and do the audit? Who is your minister for petroleum?
we not get.
It's Buhari.
We not get.
It's Buhari.
Who be president?
So who's coming to audit him?
Country day autopilot. We've been on
Who's coming to
autopilot.
audit him?
We've been on autopilot for 3
See
years.
that audit, forget it. I'm not
We've
sure
been
it's
on
going to happen anytime
autopilot
soon.
for 3 years. Can we just be honest?
3 years.
3
Buhari has
years.
been in power for more than that.
Yeah, I'm just saying for 3 years we've
Okay,
been
me
on
for the second 10.
My God,
Okay.
we've been on autopilot. There's nothing that has actually happened to help the economy of this nation. If we're being
With
honest,
that money, farmer money, what's the other one?
how has it been helping though? How many
Ask the APC boys.
how many people are being let out to the employment market, graduating from school? Let's look at ASU. Let's look at the schooling system.
ASU has been on strike for months.
And how many months in the past, how many years that somebody who is supposed to be in their finals is still in 200 level?
At COVID.
Then you
too.
look at COVID
like how are
as
people
well.
dealing? Maybe we need to have an episode on this, Iwari, because how are people dealing? And then you have people on social media saying, "Hey, go and learn the skill." If I wanted to learn the skill, I wouldn't have gotten into the university.
If you're like me, like I've tried bead making, I've tried quite a number of things, makeup and whatnot. I'm not good with it.
They're not clicking.
It's not clicking.
Yes, yes.
But you put me in a company and you give me a role, give me things to do, targets to pursue. I will do that.
Yeah.
But you tell me to do something with my hands. I can't do that, right? So
Right? If we start going down the rabbit hole of the problems of this country, it will see. We won't
we've been
come
on
out.
autopilot. That's my own thing. So it's like nothing has been happening for us. So I thought that they were going to do that for NNPC. Then we go to
Okay.
NDIC. Then we go to
Well, I think when
other-
who was I don't know if he still is the minister for state. That's Mibeka Chukwu. I think that was his name. Is that his name? Oh, well, whoever. I think that was his name.
We'll check it out.
But I mean, when he came out first, he talked about unbundling NNPC, doing the audits. A lot of work went in, I think, the first years of Buhari's tenure. After then, it was like everything just died down.
Scam.
Everything just died down. And that is supposed to be the golden goose. That's
supposed
to be the goose that lays the golden egg for
whoever voted
Nigeria.
for Buhari, you guys were scammed. Buhari had a track record.
Of course.
He was president before, or head of state, or whatever that was, before. So he had a track record. All we needed to do was go back and check the number of years or the number
People
of
actually
months
checked,
or whatnot.
my darling. People checked. But I think at the time of voting Buhari,
we believed the illusion that Buhari was going to be better than Jonathan.
Somebody needs to write a book. Somebody needs to write a book about Buhari's campaign.
Our minister's cabin. You had that brain box there, and you felt like Buhari bringing some riffraff.
Buhari himself, you know what? Somebody needs to write a book on how Buhari came into power. That book has to be written because the PR machine that went into bringing Buhari is top notch. I can't even fault it. I can't even fault it. I can't even fault that PR machine. Somebody needs to write a book. Yeah. Right, back to Real Housewives of Lagos.
Toyin
is fashion.
Oh my God, we're back. Toyin's fashion is art. So if you're, so she has this thing, tit-tat thing with Chioma. Yeah. And she feels Chioma wants to make an entrance. You're not making an entrance. I'm sure she feels Chioma isn't making an entrance because her outfit isn't like an art piece. You know,
she actually does.
She actually does. Wait,
I think her grounds. Okay.
For the next 2 years, we're always going to remember what Toyin wore to the AMVCA.
Oh yeah.
I promise you. For the next 2 years, where you see, because she had that whole cow thing, who getting my head going on. You know, we're always going to remember that. Oh my God, this is how she looked. You know, going. So she just feels fashion is art, and if you are not bringing art, memorable art, then
you're not doing fashion right.
Then you're basic.
Yeah, but I think Toyin is also holding the grounds against Chioma because Chioma always comes late for events, and then she's been going on and on about you always want to make an entrance. Toyin, make your own entrance. Yeah. Make your own entrance here. The sky is wide enough for everybody to shine. It is wide enough.
You're right.
So the fact that Chioma is making entrances doesn't mean that
it doesn't
stop you from shining. Everyone should shine in their own way. And don't expect that Chioma is going to dim her light. We're no longer in secondary school. Or Chioma is no longer in secondary school. You know, where, people are actually trying to find themselves. You're talking to a grown-ass woman, a woman who already knows who she is and who's already established her place in the industry. She's not going to dim her lights for you. And now that's the thing. Don't expect that people are going to dim their lights for you in real life. Just shine your own light. Shine your own light, because if the person closest to you dims their light, another light will come up and that person may not have any regard for
you.
I
feel like this is the thing about, like I said, the characters on the show and the roles they have to play. So maybe Toyin felt that she was bringing the fashion.
The fashion part. Oh yeah, I know they said they didn't know who their
they didn't know who each other was going to be.
Yeah. The other people that
it normally happens in like the first episode. So till the day you film or a few days before, you get to meet each other and whatnot. And it's like, because everything is supposed to be hush-hush, especially for Nigeria here. So you don't have somebody's agent calling you half an hour, put my personal name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's normally like that. So I feel Toyin may just want to be, I thought she was going to be the fashion person but she shouldn't be bothered because her pieces are kind of nice, sometimes.
So you killed birds in episode 9.
It's a lie.
Right, they were feathers.
No, that her outfit, yes.
There were too many feathers.
But like I said,
something must die.
It's memorable.
It's
memorable.
Oh well, then it's memorable. If that's what she's going for, then I think she's nailed it because her fashion is always memorable. But then you have someone like Caroline always bringing it as well.
Ooh, Caro. Can we talk about Caro?
Caro is like the full package. Oh my God. She's the full package. So see, if your self-esteem is in the gutters, just stay away from someone like Caroline. Like stay away from someone like that in real life because you can't get it. Is it that you level up or you just fall out?
Funny enough, I feel like Caroline is being really authentic.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she's being really authentic because number one, I get why she's always with Chioma. So if I don't feel comfortable around a group of ladies, I will not want to come early and be amongst you and do what? What am I going to do? I don't vibe with you, so why am I putting myself in an awkward situation? Yeah. So I'm going to go to the person I vibe with and we come together. So at any moment, if I feel awkward, I'll just be like,
there's someone,
there's someone I can whisper to or talk to or hint, say, can we go? What's going on? You get that kind of thing. I kind of get it. So I don't really blame her, Caroline, when she comes in with Chioma. You need people that life is. My mom said I should stop saying life is too short. Because life cannot be too short for you, Jesus.
Amen. Life is long.
Life is long, but do you really want to go out? You dress up. You know how they are in Lagos. Every outing is an event. So you do the whole makeup and glam, and your outfit, everything boils down to 100,000 and 200,000. And you go out and you're miserable. Who wants that? So you rather
but
go.
But is production not paying for it? Okay.
Whatever the case, it's my energy now. It's still not my energy.
Actually.
It's my energy.
So you either want to be around people that love you.
So even if it's not people, a person that I can be myself around, I can make my kind of jokes. So when I say, we went to the Bahamas and I spent 3 million on this bag, and you'll be like, Laura, 3 million? Why are you saying 3 million? Like, Laura
needs to check her self-esteem. She needs to work on it. Because I mean, Laura, you're in a show with people who are always going to bring it. Again, Laura, I think Laura is one that she's actually the one that needs that message of, nobody dimming their lights for her. Laura, all those women, you know them before now. They hold their own. Please hold your own.
Yeah.
Because she comes off as insecure on every episode.
Yeah.
Somehow. So please just hold your own. And with that, Iwari, we are going to wrap up. So that we can leave episode 9 maybe for the next episode. Episode 9 is the one that just came out, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to review episode 9 on our properly on our next episode.
Yeah.
And it's actually coming to an end.
Our next episode, I really wanted Chioma to talk about how we started, but she doesn't.
No, not yet.
So we'll do that.
Maybe at the beginning of the final episode at the beginning of the next season.
No, we have to do it because I want people to understand how this.
Why do you like telling stories? On the next season, we'll talk about that.
Oh my God.
Yes, we will.
Anyway, so that's fine.
Thank you so much for listening to the end. Thank you.
Please subscribe to our channel. Subscribe
on YouTube, on Google Podcasts.
Yes,
on Anchor,
on
Spotify,
on Amazon Music, on Radio Public as well. Follow us on Insta.
And Twitter.
At The Podcast NG.
So that's THE Podcast NG. Yeah, that's it. I was just about to say .com. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the next episode.
Thank you.
Ciao. Hello.
If it's me, I will let my friends know I'm not well.
He said at some point, like, you know the way you dodge your mom.
Every year I see you, I will whoop your ass.
Who's your minister for veteran?
Not dead.
It's Buhari.
We're not dead.